It's 5 p.m.
All right, quiet on the set.
Shh, listen.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start the party.
Broadcasting around the world. Polkas After Dark. This is your number one internet station. The music you love right here, right now. Polkas After Dark. It's another live broadcast. Special edition. Now your hosts, Rob and Jerry.
Hey, well, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Whatever it is, it's all good because you guys are here with us.
And we're here with you.
On Polkas After Dark, the Sunday afternoon edition, and we're glad you decided to stop in and say hi. We have a great broadcast lined up today as we are going to be talking live with Mr. Matt Adamski out there in New Jersey way. Hey, we want to say hello to David Desideraries. Happy belated birthday to you, David. Also to Kathy Faith. Hello to you, Kath. Let's see here. Dick Lido is here. Joe and Jennifer Puma. Also, Mr. Michael Duzinski is also tuning in. Bob Op, happy 51st anniversary to you and Mary Jo. Let's see. Who else do we have here, Jerry? Chris Curtis is back again. And, of course, Val Dingaste. He pops in here all the time when he can. And I want to start some things off with an awesome song. And here is a tune by The Boys. And here's one called Wreck of My Heart.
Try to love again, don't know where to start. I'm a broken man.
Oh yeah, a little bit of the boys. Frankie Leishka on the vocal. Wreck of My Heart. You're tuned to Polkas After Dark. Hey, that rhymes. Wreck of My Heart, Polkas After Dark. No, forget it.
We're going to say hey to Xander. He said this is one of his favorite songs, that he loves the song and that he loves the boys, which is
beautiful. Yep.
Everybody loves the boys.
Here, here. Hey, for John and Marge Sobchak, they celebrated an anniversary. There's anniversaries floating around everywhere.
They're going golfing.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Oh, it figures.
Golfing.
Oh,
Okay,
jeez.
well, if you don't take us with you, have fun. Be
yeah.
safe.
You know, they need to wear like earbuds and listen to us when they're teeing off. Because I've heard we tee a lot of people off.
We had Eric over earlier, and he had his headphones in, and I was like, okay, hello.
Yeah.
Nobody listens to me anymore.
Hey, Bev Ceremit is here. Hello to you, Beverly. Let's see, Maria Dipiatic. Howdy, kiddo. Christine and Amanda Halchuk. They're tuned in to Polkas After Dark. Hey, in just a little while, we're going to be getting Mr. Matt Adamski on the telephone, and we're going to be shouting at him. You know what? I haven't played one of these songs in a while. Here's Sil Martini from the Invictas with a little bit of Lillian's polka or Lodja. How about this? Yes, sirree, boy. That's it. That's the way to do it. Mr. Sil Martini and the Invictus from the old Brownsville, Pennsylvania area. Hey, we want to say hi to Mr. Rick Anton. He is here, and he's going to be hanging out with us, I'm sure, for the interview of his nephew. Hey, you know, Rick, we also noticed something. Congratulations to you. Something about his fourth, refresh my memory, with the Knights of Columbus. Rick, why don't you type that in there so I'm not making a fool of myself here. Too late. Oops, too late. I'm sure he's, see, Boja punish. See, there you go. Oh, wow. Hey, let's see. Hold on here. Who else do we have? Michael Pukowski. Michael, your ears must have been ringing because we were... Okay, have some more Pepsi. That's a nice promotion. Hey, I like Pepsi. Yeah, they'll love that on the screens. Gosh, let's
Free
see here.
advertisement.
Yeah, Michael Polkowski is here. His ears must have been ringing because he and Jeff Yash were in our conversation along with Jerry today. We're going to be bringing them on sometime, I want to say possibly next week, Saturday. Now, I know the guys are going to be up in Milwaukee performing with Frankie Lishka and Blue Magic, but we will definitely get a chance to talk with Michael maybe sometime this week. Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah. Hey, you got anybody else over there while you're playing with your computer?
Just Christine Holchuk is with us.
Christine Holchuk is over there too. See, she's doing double duty. She's bouncing here, then she's bouncing
We
there.
do have a lot of people watching. They're just
That's
not
good.
chatting today. Yesterday they were very chatty.
Chatty. Yes.
Very chatty, and
Yes,
I like to
yes.
see that when they carry on their conversations. And
That's usually
Have
what
fun.
chatting means.
Yeah.
You're pretty good. Hey, I'm pretty good too. Look at that. I just hit the same song when I was supposed to hit this one. What's the deal here with me, people? I got it right here. You know, it's a lot of that background noise, that buzzing, because we've got the air conditioner on because it was in the 70s again today here. But let's go ahead. We're going to bring up the music company. Here's one called My Sophie Polka. That's the one I wanted.
Zosiu, moja Zosiu, choć powiem ci coś, powiem, że cię kocham i serce me oddam. Zosiu, czy kochasz mnie? Powiedz mi, nie bój się, jak kocham cię, ty mnie, bo ożenimy się. Zosiu, moja Zosiu, choć powiem ci coś, powiem, że cię kocham i serce me oddam. Zosiu, czy kochasz mnie? Powiedz mi, nie bój się, jak kocham cię, ty mnie, bo ożenimy się.
Hey, Rick Rizutko and the guys in the music company from out Chicago way. And another Mr. Anton is here. Adam Anton is tuned in. Also, Mr. Let's see here, Dave Jenka. Dave is joining us again today. Boy, I can't believe that. 2 days in a row
He likes
for
us.
Mr. Jenka. Holy
likes us.
smokes. Let's see, it's about 15 minutes, actually 14 minutes past the hour of 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the East Coast in the Buffalo, New York area. How about we bring up the lovely Deborah Bison to sing a song, Message from Heaven, off of that Praise in Polkas recording.
Send me a message from heaven, a signal that you're doing fine. Please send me a sign down from heaven. you're doing fine. Please send me a sign down from heaven, a sweet gesture from your heart to mine.
Yes, sirree. That is the lovely Deborah Bison off of the
We're on the bus.
recording. We're on the bus.
Where
We're
we
on the
going?
bus. We're on the bus. Very rough ride. We're going to Milwaukee
Okay.
to check out
Let's
Frankie
go.
Lishka and the Blue Magic. No,
Let's
I'm just
go.
kidding. Nope, we're not going anywhere. Hey, Jill Cherniak's here. I bet you she's going to head out there more than likely to Milwaukee. That's a hop, skip, and a jump for her. Also, Michelle Trowbridge, hello to you. Happy anniversary once again to you and your hubby, George. You're tuned to Polkas After Dark, kids. We do appreciate it. Here's a tune by the Brass Express, one called Put One Foot in Front of the Other. What was this from?
It's
not Sesame
Christmas.
Street.
No, it's Christmas.
No, Christmas.
Um,
Come on, take your time.
Was that Year Without a Santa Claus?
A Year Without a Santa Claus. There's no such thing. A Year Without a Santa Claus. He showed up at my place every
He
single
shows
year.
up at mine too, but there was a movie
Yeah.
Once Upon a Time.
Once
I think
upon
that's what it was, or was it Rudolph? Put one foot in front. I can picture it.
You can picture it?
Yep.
Well, let's hear the song. Hey, look, Mark Komar is here. Hello to you, Mark. Also, Vanessa Numchuck, hello to you. And I'm still scrolling through some things, but we're going to be getting Mr. Matt Adamski on the line here very, very shortly.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Santa Claus is coming to town. No,
Yeah.
but that's a different song altogether.
No, but that's
This
where
one's-
this one.
That's where this song came from? Okay, here's the Brass Express. Thank you, Mr. Adam Anton. He says Misfit Island. That's where it's from.
Yeah.
Okay.
You never will get where you're going if you don't get up on your feet. Come on, there's a good tale going. A fast walking man's hard to beat. Put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking across the floor. Put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking out the door. If you want to change your direction, if your time of life is at hand, don't be the rule, be the exception. A good way to start is make a stand. Put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking across the floor. Put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking out the door.
Polka music, the way you like it, the way we play it, right here on Polkas After Dark. Hey, Jerry, let's mention a little bit about Seven Springs.
The #1 polka party, 50 years and counting. That's right, we're celebrating 50 years at the Polka Fireworks at the Seven Springs Mountain Resort. Make plans today to join us July 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th with this year's musical entertainment by Lenny Gomolka and the Chicago Push, Frankie Lishka's Blue Magic, The Beat, Buffalo's Concertina All-Stars, the Dynabrass, Crusade, John Gura, Larry Trojak's Live It Up, the Maestro Men, the Polka Family, and also Ryan Joseph from Nashville and his All-Star Jam Band. There's going to be the Litwin Concertina Jam, volleyball tournament, so don't wait. Make your room reservations today by calling the Seven Springs at 855-947-0438, and don't forget to ask about the Polka Fireworks room rate. You can give Bel Air a call at 708-594-5182. Make plans today to join us for the 50th anniversary of the Polka Fireworks, taking place at the Seven Springs Mountain Resort.
Yeah, if you don't have your reservations made by now, it's time to get on the phone and call and get those taken care of. Danny Roy is here along with Carol and Renee. Hello to the both of you. Andrew Haverlick is here. Hello to Andrew. Linda Gaylor and Art are both here. So we want to say hi to you kids as well today. Also, let's see here, Tom Sinkowski. Hello to you, Tom. Hey, we're going to be getting a gentleman on the phone here pretty soon.
Pretty soon.
And that, of course, is Mr. Matt Adamski. He is going to be chatting with us. But right now, hey, perfect thing there. Do you see that breaking news?
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Breaking news. There you go. Here's breaking news. Here's the news. One called in Zakopane. Hey, we hope you're able to watch us on your big screen TV, on the YouTube channel. That's always fun as well. Polkas After Dark, we're here till 7.
Panem tam przy morskim oku, moja droga czeka tam na mnie. Zakopanem zapadnie się będzie tu, gdzie wesele. Zakopanem zapadnie się będzie tu, gdzie wesele. Zakopanem my się ożenimy. Będzie góralsko muzyka grać. Na naszym weselu będą goście. Bawi się i tak hulać. Na naszym weselu będą goście. Bawi się i tak hulać.
And there you go, another great tune there. Hey, we're trying to get Mr. Matt Adamski on the phone. When we call his number, it seems to be going to voicemail. So I hope he's not chatting with somebody, because we need to chat with him kind of soon to get a level. And we are going to be calling him once again while you guys listen to Mr. Frank Borzymowski as he's going out and we're going out.
We're going out to a polka polka dance tonight. We're going out, out where the music hot and tight. We're going out to a polka dance tonight. Put on your best dress, babe. We're going out tonight. Oh yeah. Going out to a polka dance tonight. We're going out, baby, it's me and you tonight. We're going out, we'll dance to every song tonight. Pour out the shots and beer, let the good times roll tonight.
Let's listen to a little bit of the Canadian Fiddlesticks.
take him to the park, tell him stories in the dark, and teach him to say his prayers when day is done. The examples that I set will help him grow into a man, and let him tell me that he's proud to be my son.
Mr. Dan Gurry, the Dinah Dukes, a father like my dad. How appropriate, because just around the corner is Father's Day, and that I think is next week Sunday, if I'm not mistaken, Jerry.
I don't know.
I believe it is. Hey, right now we are fortunate to have on the line Mr. Matt Adamski. And Matt, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, Robin.
Oh,
can you hear me okay?
Beautiful. You are coming through loud and clear as well. And thank you so much for taking the time to pop on to Polkas After Dark for an interview. You know, I got to admit to everybody that you and I just met Dingus Day this year in Buffalo. You were playing with Hank Gazevich and Polka Family, and it was really cool because I didn't learn until after the first set that you have never played with them before, and you kind of just went over a few songs before you went up there. So you had to have like heart palpitations and scared out of your wits, that's for sure.
Oh, tell me about it. Yeah. That was definitely a little bit nerve-wracking to get up there at first, but I mean, Hank's awesome. He couldn't have made it more easier to get used to being up there, so.
Yeah, that's true. Hank is awesome. Hey, so I'm going to ask you and start out the interview like I do with everyone else. I'm going to start out by asking you, Matt, how old were you when you heard your first polka?
So I feel like my answer is going to be the same as many people who have been interviewed, but probably I was still in my mother when I heard my first polka.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so my mom's dad, as you mentioned, is Jolly Rich. He had a band. My dad's side has a long history of musicians, so I mean, they had to have brought me to dances when my mom was pregnant with me and played me songs when I was still not born yet. So
awesome. That is great. And you know, it's amazing. I had to sit up there offside the second and third set just watching your moves, your creativity. How long have you been playing drums, first of all? And then I want to find out what other instruments you play, but tell me how long you've been playing drums.
So I feel like I got my first drum set when I was probably 7 years old, I want to say, for Christmas. Well, my first real drum set, I had like a little tiny baby kit when I was really young.
Yeah.
But I got my first drum set when I was 7, and I kind of was like just banging around on it. And then I got a little bit of drum lessons from my neighbor who was a drum teacher.
Oh.
So about since I was 7, I would say.
Wow. Awesome. Now, do you remember the color of your first set?
I do. I actually still have it.
Oh, nice.
It's packed away, but yeah, it's a black random brand that I've never heard of before.
Sure.
But it played well, so.
I think we all did that at one point or another. My first set was blue and two. It was Blue Sparkle, and I had no clue as to what the name of it was. It was a generic set, but boy, was it a lot of fun to play. Now, since you've alluded to the fact that you have played drums, what other instruments do you play?
So actually, the drums wasn't my first instrument.
Oh.
I started off with piano, and I want to say I started taking piano lessons when I was about 4 or 5 years old. So that I did from then to when I started high school. So I was doing piano lessons for quite a long time.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Then, like I said, I picked up the drums when I was about 7.
Okay.
And then as far as polkas, the other two instruments that I mainly play are the accordion, and I'm very much still learning the concertina right now. But I
Oh,
started
okay.
the accordion during COVID, and the concertina I picked up a couple months ago. So
Gotcha. Oh, that is great. Well, you're in the same boat as Chris Ebel. He's on, and Chris said to say hey, and he too is learning concertina right now.
I think you learned it pretty well so far.
He sure enough did. That is for certain, boy. And Hank Marzahaski is saying hello to everybody. Hank and
Howdy.
Jean Marie. And we just we're going to keep up with some of these questions, but we definitely want to get a chance to talk about Grandpa
Hmm.
in a little while here. Jolly Rich. There's a lot of videos floating around on YouTube when he was in Pennsylvania on a television show with Mr. Billy Flynn. Bill is a good friend of ours from way, way back. And of course, Jason, his son. I've known Jason, oh gosh, I want to say probably as long as I've known Billy. But
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about some of the other bands that you have performed in.
So, growing up, I was always like the kid to have all my little plastic instruments, and be up on the stage with my Jolly Juice band, Jolly Rich. So, yeah, I had the whole smorgasbord of trumpets, guitars. I think I gave you a picture where I made a concertina out of a slinky and two paper plates. So, yeah, I always wanted to do it, and I honestly, it's kind of like sad to admit, but when I got a little bit older, I stopped. I lost my interest in polka music because it wasn't the quote unquote cool thing to do. So I didn't really, there was a period of time where I just didn't really want anything to do with polkas.
Okay.
Um, and then unfortunately, my grandfather, Jolly Rich, ended up passing away.
Mhm.
And that's when I really started listening to mostly his recordings again, and that kind of like opened up the doors. So
Beautiful.
this was during COVID, and that's right about when I entered high school. So I want to say 2023.
All
No,
right.
that's not when I entered high school. When I was like halfway through high school,
Okay.
Kevin Kurgel, who used to play with my grandfather, he
Yeah.
has or had an Oktoberfest band going, and he offered me to play with him, and that was my first band that I was a part of.
Oh,
And
what was the name of the
yeah,
band?
that band was called Dance Hall Detour, and
Dance Hall Detour. Oh, that's cool.
yeah, that kind of evolved into my uncle taking it over. So now my uncle Rick has the band, uh, Rick Anton's Jersey Polka Company, that
Oh,
we're kind of
beautiful.
getting started finding gigs and stuff right now.
Okay.
A-
Did you
And
guys ever
then
record anything, whether it be in a studio or somebody's got some live stuff? Hint, hint, Rick, because he's on right now. Oh, he also said, I bought his first drum set
he did,
to
yeah.
make sister kind of a little. He actually posted something there, which I'm not going to say, but it was kind of cool to tee off. Let's put it that way. And I'm
Yes.
not talking golf at all, but that's kind of funny. So, uh, do you guys have any live recordings that you'd be able to send us at some point? Some MP3s?
Yes. There's like they're not like professional or anything,
No,
just like a
doesn't
phone or
have to be.
recorder setup. But yeah, I could definitely send those too. And then
Great.
there is one other band that I played with. So my dad and his cousin started a band in Baltimore in the 90s called TKO.
Oh, you got to
Um,
be kidding me. I remember
yeah,
TKO, Tommy Karash Orchestra.
yeah. So my cousin kept that going for the whole time since then, and kind of a new evolution of the band where I play accordion with them. So it's me, my dad, and my cousin. So it's just a great opportunity to be able to play with both sides of my family in two different bands.
That is awesome. Now, who else was in TKO or who is in TKO that you are working with right now?
So right now, My cousin Kenny Adamski plays the drums.
Okay.
My dad Jerry plays the bass.
Gotcha.
I'm on accordion. The two trumpets are John McConey and Mike Shemsky from Baltimore.
Oh, yeah.
Um, yep. Occasionally we have Glenn Didek filling in with us, and
Okay.
also Nick Horlick
Oh,
plays
boy.
box with us sometimes. Yeah.
Boy, that is awesome. Unreal. And it's funny that you're saying this because your grandfather, I remember meeting quite a few years ago, and I want to say I met him back when I was playing with the Dynatones, and that was, oh gosh, late 80s, early 90s, as a matter of fact. And just an amazing clarinet player. Did your grandpa play anything else other than clarinet?
So he did clarinet and
And
sax.
sax, okay.
I'm not sure if he played anything else, but those were his main three: the clarinet, tenor, and alto.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, he was one hell of a stick player, that I will say. Hey,
Yeah, yeah.
do you have a favorite genre of music that you like to listen to when you're not listening to polkas, Matt?
So I always like to say that listening to my playlist is like playing Russian roulette. It's pretty chaotic. It could go from like polkas to classic rock to rap to jazz to
Oh,
like,
nice.
and your head's spinning in 18 different directions. So
Nice.
I definitely like to listen to a little bit of everything. But if I had to pick one artist, the Beatles are by far my favorite musical artist of all time. Like
Gotcha.
something about their music has just spoken to me on such a different level since I was young. So
Yeah. Yeah, awesome. Well, I noticed too that we have Seabass, Sebastian Bukowski, who's also watching right now. And of course,
cool.
everybody knows Seabass. And boy, I remember Seabass when he was young. Of course, he's still young. But, to get those guys together, and I'm really sad that the Beat is going to be kind of retiring at the end of
Yeah.
this year. They do have a big gig coming up next year with an all-inclusive, which is going to be nice. And Jerry and I are trying to be able to finagle a way to do that. But it's just, there's something that gets in the way of our fun, and it's called work. And I hate it. I really do. But
The job word, yeah.
yeah. I'm glad you spelled it because I shouldn't have even mentioned. But yeah, you are
Um,
right. Go ahead.
Actually, though, that you mentioned Seabass, I have to give a lot of credit to the beat guys too, Alex, Sebastian, and Nick, because
Oh,
when I was starting to get back into polkas after kind of dropping it for a while, like I
yeah.
said, it was my grandfather's music, and then that was when they had first joined the beat, and I saw the video of these three kids that were barely older than I was, and I saw them, and I was like, if they can do that, then I can do it too. And that I have
Yes.
to give a lot of credit to those guys, and they still all continue to inspire me.
Oh,
So
amen,
thank
amen
you.
to that. And I know they're going off on their own with Stu and doing, a lot of things on their own, which is amazing as well. But I know that Seabass and Alex and Nick, as well as, of course, Mr. Michael Costa, loves the beat. Well, so does Steven. But every not only loves the beat, but they loved the Beatles, and they continue to follow in the footsteps of a lot of the music that the Beatles have done. Just truly awesome. And as a matter of fact, Seabass just typed in. He says, "Attaboy, Matt. Thank you for the kind words. You're an awesome and amazing musician. So proud of you." Well, here, and like I said,
Thanks, buddy. Yeah.
our paths, yours and mine, didn't cross, probably wouldn't have crossed at all. But man, it was just, we were so fortunate and you are so blessed. And you hear me say this on a lot of our interviews, but I don't want to hurt your feelings. You're not talented. You're gifted. You are definitely
Thank you.
gifted.
Yeah.
And that means a lot to the polka music industry because people can go up and they can sit in and they can play a couple of songs, but to be able to put your heart into it, that's a completely different animal, Matt. Completely.
Thank you.
Now, have
And I
you?
mean,
Go ahead.
so yeah, I mean, coming from you, that's crazy to hear because obviously everyone looks up to you, including myself as a drummer
Oh,
and
well,
as a
thank you.
musician in general. But just yeah, that means so much coming from you, Robin. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, let's see here. So, do you have any plans of going into the studio with Rick and any of the guys to maybe cut something? I know it's difficult right now with CDs because a lot of bands that you talk to, they're cutting the CDs, but a lot of them are doing it now where people can download the individual songs that they want, which is an amazing, amazing feat in itself.
Hmm.
Because a lot of people, when you get a CD, they don't like all the songs on the CD, but man, there's like two, three, four, or five that really impress the daylights out of you. So they put them out available to download. So I don't know if you guys are maybe thinking of something about that or not.
So, so my uncle has definitely mentioned once or twice that that's something that is possible in the future. Actually, my dad, we almost, so I have a couple songs written in different arrangements of like American songs that
Okay.
I wrote up. So my dad had mentioned maybe us recording it over the summer, but we realized that there's a lot of planning that goes into that. So that's going to have
Oh,
to be
sure.
postponed for a bit. But yeah, I do have some stuff that I'd like to record at some point or another.
Yeah. Now, also, Rick is typing in some stuff he mentioned. He says, ask him about his original songs. What are we talking with some of your original songs, and what were the inspirations of those songs, Matt?
So I want to say I probably have about 6 or 7 originals that I've written so far.
Okay.
And I mean, the inspiration comes from God everywhere. I mean, I try to look for song topics and little parts of daily life. I do have to give credit to a special group of people that I became friends with a couple years ago, the Pritko family,
Oh, yeah.
out of Massachusetts. So they are always sending me ideas of songs or like this would be a good topic for this song. And yeah, I've had a couple good songs that I've written from ideas that they've given me. So
Good deal.
yeah, from them and just I try to take inspiration from wherever I can, really.
Yeah. Well, smart. Very, very, very nice. And, when you're writing songs or when you're focusing on doing your own stuff so that you can put it in front of dad or uncle or anybody to say, hey, I'd like to try this, what do you focus on? Do you focus on the rhythm of the song? Do you focus on the words? Do you focus on melody? And what do you put together first? Some guys put together the words first and then they'll put a melody to it, but others will do just the reversal. They'll put the melody to it and then say, okay, now I got to write some words to this.
So honestly, I really don't have a rhyme or a reason to the way I write songs. It like sometimes I'll get an idea for words and it'll just like flow out of me like I don't even know where it comes from. And the same thing
Yeah,
with music. Like I can't say I have a dedicated process that I sit down and do this first or this first.
sure.
So like it'll if I like honest in my Google Docs or whatever, I have so many separate lyrics that I haven't put music to yet, or in my music software, I have a lot of riffs and chord patterns that I haven't put words to yet. So like
Beautiful.
sometimes when I'm lucky, it all like comes together at once and I'm able to make a full song. But other times you just gonna have to sit on it, and I just have a bunch of different like random stuff that I'm waiting to piece together at some
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
So.
gotcha. Now, let me ask you this because excluding Grandpa's band, do you have a favorite band that you never performed with but have always wanted to, past or present? So maybe you've been listening to some Blazonczyk live or Lenny or recordings, I should say. Is there some things that some bands that you've wanted to play with and said, boy, I wish I would have lived during that era, or maybe it's a group that's around now?
So I'm glad that you left or you commented that other than my grandpa's band because that would have definitely been my number one choice.
Oh,
I
sure.
mean, even if like Blas called me at the same time that my Jaju did and asked me to join, I would. No offense to Eddie, obviously, but
Yeah.
I would have picked my Jaju's band any day. But I guess other than him, definitely the Versatones. Obviously, I mean, who
Oh
wouldn't?
yeah.
I'm a big fan. I want to say my favorite band of all time is TBC in the 90s.
Oh,
Just killer lineup, what a pocket, and the horns just like they rip.
oh yeah.
Um, and then obviously this goes without saying, the Dynatones lineup with you, Jimmy Johnson, Zalastico, and Scrubby, Mark and Mike,
Yeah.
rest his soul. But
Yeah.
just a killer lineup, and it would have been so awesome to see that live and be a part of something like that.
Yeah. I had so much fun, working with all the bands that I performed with, but the Dynatones and those videos that are out there on YouTube, and we got to thank Mr. Richie Kurgel Jr. and also Mr. Scott Loftmark, because he positioned the camera and Richie did all of the mixing and everything, and
Hmm.
boy, it was a lot of fun doing it, and you can tell by hearing the songs and watching the videos, we had a
Oh
blast doing
yeah,
them. Those That's for
that
sure.
that 97 Frankenmuth video and the 97 Seven Strings video, those are just amazing to watch every single time.
Thanks. Hey, now also, how about the largest crowd? You really haven't been doing a whole lot, but what was the biggest crowd that you ever performed in front of, Matt?
So polka music wise, definitely Dingus Day. That was kind of a huge step for me because I went from mostly playing like small dances and bars and whatnot to
Hmm.
then playing in front of this huge crowd of people, which thankfully there was a wall of other musicians standing in front of me, so I didn't have to look out on the crowd too much. But
Yeah.
that was my biggest crowd for polkas. And I guess this kind of counts, but my school musical that I did drew in a lot of people. So that was probably the biggest crowd that I've performed for in
Oh,
general.
beautiful. Tell me about that. Now, listen, we are approaching 5 minutes to 6 already, and we usually cut the interviews, but I still have a few more questions to ask you, and I want to hear about this school thing. So tell me a little bit about that, please.
So I did it for 1 year ever. All my friends had done it, and I went to the plays every year, and I kept saying, "Oh, that looks like so much fun. I want to do it," and then I never ended up doing it. So then my senior year, I was like, "All right, I'm gonna do it, no matter what the play is." And then, lucky me, it ended up being Les Miserables, which is like crazy for high school to do.
Oh, yeah.
Um, and then I actually did get to play the accordion in the play, for one of the scenes, which was it was like a tavern scene kind of, and it wasn't originally in the script or anything. And then I actually asked the director if that was something I could do, and then I ended up playing the accordion in the play, which is
Oh,
super cool.
sweet. Yeah, here, here. Now, do you have, and I think I know the answer to this one, who did you idolize growing up? And it could have been in polka music or any other genre whatsoever.
Well, yeah, again, goes without saying, my Jaju's
Yeah.
number one on the list. And then obviously the Beatles outside of polka. Um, but as far as drummers, I would always, the first drummer I want to say that I really started just watching and studying was Mike Charney.
Oh,
Because my
yeah.
dad and my uncles were in a band in the 2010s called Crabtown Sound. And I was at all those gigs, and I would just plant myself right behind Mike and watch what he was doing. And he
Yeah.
was the first guy that gave me the opportunity to sit in on a song. So I definitely want to give a lot of credit to Mike Charney for that.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Um, and then yourself, obviously. I mean, I could sit here for hours naming drummers like Matt Lewandowski,
Yep,
all the
another one.
Yashes, all the above, Johnny Pilch, Mike Meduja, AJ Lankard, Bobby Brzezowski,
Yeah.
Donnie Tomko, like all these guys, just amazing drummers that I've looked up to.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. That really is. Do you sing at all?
Yes, I do sing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite song that you like to play or sing when you're on the bandstand? Not in the shower. That's completely removed. You can't include any of those. But when you're playing on the stage or singing, is there something very special that you like?
Um, I didn't. So I've always like sung in choirs and stuff for my whole life, but I never did. I didn't start singing on stage in a band until like I want to say last year because I was more focused on like getting the instrument down first. So
Good for
then,
you.
yeah, I just kind of was thrown a few songs to sing, and then it kind of went from there. So right now, I can't say it's like my favorite song, but we played a lot with TKO. It's called Yado Lasu. Um,
Yadalasso, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Crusade also does that song, but that's always a
Yes.
fun one to sing.
Oh, cool. Cool. And you had mentioned Mr. Kevin Kurgel. Oddly enough, he says, "Hi, Matt." He is on
Howdy,
Facebook.
Kevin.
He is on Facebook as we scroll through here. And oh boy, I have a couple more that I do want to ask you. But do you have? Are you still in school, or do you have a regular job that you do right now?
So right now, I'm going into my sophomore year of college at the University of Delaware. But
Oh, good
over
for
the
you.
summer, I work at Wawa gas stations making people's drinks and sandwiches,
Oh,
etc.
nice.
And as a summer camp counselor at a camp uh, in my local area. So
Oh, good for you, Matt. That is awesome. That really is.
thank you.
Let's see here. Now, I'm going to actually ask you this, and this is something that we just started this year asking the question. Our buddy Bernie Kozlowski out there in Minnesota. I was talking to him at a USPA event last year, not this year. But I said, I understand that you watch and listen to the interviews. He says, yeah, I'd love for you to ask a question. Does anybody have a most embarrassing moment on stage? Have you encountered one of those yet or not?
Um, I've definitely had a couple, but I think I kind of repressed them in my memory. There's none coming to my mind immediately. I mean, I guess sometimes it's hard to look back at like the old videos of myself playing where I didn't really like develop time on the drums yet, and it's like
Uh-huh.
a little bit cringeworthy. But I mean, I guess everyone comes from somewhere, and you have to start there in order to get where you are today. So like, it
Bingo.
is a little embarrassing, but like you can spin it in a positive way, I
And
guess.
that is a great way to look at it. Holy smokes. That is great. Now, since you really haven't, have you traveled a lot with Jaja when you were younger, and of course your uncle and your dad? Have you traveled to the point where you could give us a breakdown story? Because I'm sure that you've heard us ask that too. That a favorite breakdown story of maybe you guys were going to a gig or just going to a party or a wedding, and the vehicle that you were riding in broke down. Do you have anything like that yet?
So, fortunately enough, I haven't had a major breakdown of anything, but there's definitely been a couple memorable mishaps that come to mind.
Oh,
So, the one that I definitely want to talk about. So, this was back in this past January. We had kind of a jam band thing going in a church basement for a post New Year's dance. It
oh,
was
nice.
myself, Kevin Kurgel, my uncle Glenn Didek, my dad, and Jubber Bukowski. So we were setting up
Jabber.
in the church basement, and then my dad he used to store his music equipment in the garage. So
Okay.
we loaded all his stuff up, and then as we were like unpacking from the car, we got all like his bass amp and everything set down. All of a sudden, this fat little mouse runs out of the bottom of his bass amp into the
No.
church. So that was it wasn't like a breakdown or anything, but we were laughing about that
But it's
for the
definitely
rest of the night.
memorable.
Yep. And now, as I'm sitting in my dad's office right now, looking at all the equipment that he has since moved inside instead of our garage. So
Oh,
there's a lesson from there. And then another time, my dad had just gotten an iPad to put his sheet music on. We got it for him for Christmas, put all the songs on, spent hours figuring it out. And then he forgot it the first gig we went to use it. So yeah.
So did he have stuff to fall back on? Did he have the hard copies to fall back on or not?
Luckily, I mean, most of the stuff for like me and him, since he's bass and I'm accordion, like we know most of the chords, but
Good.
it was the words that were the problem. So luckily we had a backup book, but that would have been quite the disaster if we didn't have that.
Holy cow. Well, I've got one more question to ask you. And before I do that, Matt, again, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to come on to here on Polkas After Dark for an interview. Like I said, you and I just met, but you just had that certain charisma and your gift that I felt we really needed to share with everybody. And I'm really, really glad we did. And I wish you nothing but continued success.
Thank you, Robin.
With this. But what advice would you give to somebody, and this could be somebody younger than you, somebody older than you, that wants to get involved in some kind of music? Matt, what would you give to them as advice coming from Matt Adamski?
So I guess the first piece of advice that I would have from experience is that you just don't give up when what you want doesn't happen immediately.
Nice.
You just have to kind of keep pushing through like the road bumps and the struggles that you encounter musically, because one day it'll sort itself out, and you can't really force yourself into opportunities that are not necessarily the right ones. So just like if you work at it and wait for it to happen and just like wait for the right opportunity to come, it will come. Like there's no doubt about it. Like if you put in everything you're supposed to, you will get out of it what you're supposed to get out of it.
Man, that's nice. Very, very nice. Well, again, thank you, buddy. We love you for taking time to hang out with us here, Jerry and I. And, the recommendation would be to just keep doing what you're doing, because you're doing something right.
And I do want to say one thing. A while back, when you guys first started the radio show and then you started interviewing the supporting musicians, I kind of had a personal goal to one day like practice enough to hopefully make it on the show. Like honest to God, my goal is to be interviewed by you guys, and never in a million years would I've expected it to happen as soon as it did. So I'm just so grateful for the opportunity that you guys gave me to be on the show.
That is huge for us, and put another notch on your belt, or draw a big line on the wall. Well, probably not in magic marker, because definitely not a Sharpie.
It doesn't come off too easy.
No, not at all. But again, Matt, we can't thank you enough. Just keep spreading your gift, and make sure that you make everybody smile, because that's kind of what you're doing right now, buddy.
Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, that means the whole world to me.
Yeah, hey, here. And, hold on a second. Mr. Mark Komar says that I was very lucky to get a lot of video of Polka Family on Dingus Day with Matt on drums. And I'm sure that Mr. Mark will at least send us a link, or maybe even post a link right now, if he wouldn't mind, on Facebook. So when folks are able to, they can click on that. And keep in mind, Matt, you're going to listen to this probably not today or whatever after we're done, but it's definitely going to be there on YouTube forever. So spread the word. Yeah, spread the word. Let everybody know, family members, friends, and say, hey, this is my life, and I got a chance to talk about it.
And then, like in 5 years from now, you can do another interview and talk about all the great things you've done in between.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, hopefully.
We would love to have
Cool.
it.
All right,
Hopefully,
buddy.
We're still doing this in 5 years.
Yeah, we probably will, actually. You see, Matt, we really don't have anything else to do on the weekends. We're not big bingo people, or...
There's definitely worse things to be doing.
That's true.
Yeah,
Very true.
like roller skating. Hey, but thanks so much again for joining us, buddy. We love you. Take care. And you know what? We got to maybe get at some point in the future, maybe Jerry, Dad, to come on, Rick, your uncle, and some other guys. We've already interviewed Kevin Kurgel. which
Yeah,
was really,
yeah.
really nice. And, he's setting the world on fire with everything that he's doing now, not only playing accordion, which that had to be fun for you because he worked accordion with Hank Gazevich and Polka Family for Dingus Day. So you guys got a chance to
Yeah.
perform on the same stage again. But, Kevin's doing a lot with his polkaradio.org and just some great, great stuff. So that's the idea. Keep polka music going because
And that's all you can do.
we need a lot more young folks involved because after us old timers are done and gone, we need somebody to take over the reins, so to speak.
Yeah, and I mean, I can't say I'm gonna single-handedly save polkas or anything, but I sure as hell gonna try
Good
to
for
do what
you.
I can to keep this amazing thing alive. So,
Good for you, buddy. Hey, thanks again. Hey, folks, we were talking live right now with Mr. Matt Adamski, a drummer extraordinaire. I use that term a lot when we get some gifted musicians, and of course, he is one of them. Hey, we're going to play a couple more songs here for you. It is 6:08 p.m. East Coast time, and we also want to know where you're tuning in from, and also what kind of temperatures have you had the last couple of days? We had 80s for a couple of days here in the western New York area around Buffalo, 70s today, but it's kind of nice. We're getting back to where we need to be as far as getting into summer pretty
Yes,
soon.
thank goodness.
But again, thank you to Matt Adamski for taking the time to share his story, his grandpa's story, his dad's story, uncle's story. And we're going to definitely get some more polka music coming your way. Here's a song by Polka Family. Here's one called Na Lewo.
On Saturday night, where I was born in an old Chicago town, band started playing, crowd started swaying, hopping up and down. About 10 o'clock, when the band got hot, the dance hall walls rang out. Beats started tapping, hands started clapping, everyone would shout. Na lewo, na prawo, they sing out all night long. Na lewo, na prawo, to all their favorite songs. Na lewo, na prawo, this is what they say. Na lewo, na prawo, as they dance the night away. On Sundays at the picnic grove, we played from noon till 9. The bands would come from miles around to have a real good time. Beer and soda, ice cream, hot dog, sausage, sauerkraut. Raw memories of those good old days when everyone would shout. Na lewo, na prawo, they sing out all night long. Na lewo, na prawo, to all their favorite songs. Na lewo, na prawo, this is what they say. Na lewo, na prawo, as they dance the night away.
A polka music at its finest right here on Polkas After Dark. We really appreciate you guys taking the time to hang out with us on the weekends here. Saturday evening from 7 to 9 and Sundays from 5 to 7 where we get a chance to throw in a nice interview just like we had with Matt Adamski out of New Jersey. And those interviews usually come on from 5:30 to 6 p.m. Sometimes they go a little longer, just as this one did. But it's so nice to be able to chat with people that are very well spoken, first of
Yes,
all, which
yes.
he is, and just a lot of fun. Rick Anton said, "Hey, thank you. You know what, Rick? We definitely have to private message and let's exchange number. Actually, I think I have your number, Rick, so let's scratch that. But we definitely have to get you on at some point. Hey, here's another song right now we're going to be playing for you guys. Dennis Polisky's Maestro's Men. Here's one called Reminiscing with Stella Polka. And we're going to send this one out to a whole bunch of people that logged on during the interview. So thank you so much, Jill Urich. Thank you. Let's see. Also, Maria Rose is here. Christy Maroshek, thank you so much for popping in here. Also, once again, our buddy Chris Ebel out there in Minnesota, Rick Anton, Sebastian Pakowski, Marcia and Paul Fogleski out there in Michigan. Let's see here. Jan Dressler, Kevin Kurgel, the Kevin Kurgel, Stephen Gerard also popped his head in here, and of course, Mr. Mark Komar, Evan Bozzarelli, and Samara, and I hope we're going to see you in Erie, Pennsylvania at some point, because I can't believe, and Jerry and I were talking about this, she says, man, can you really believe this, that this is coming to fruition already? And we're talking about the famous Zabava. Yeah, gonna be
one of my favorites.
Gonna be tons of fun, and we hope that we get a chance to see you there and your sis, and maybe bro. Somebody will be down there. We are certain. It is 6:14 p.m. East Coast time. Here's Dennis Polisky as promised in the Maestro's Men. A little bit of reminiscing with Stella.
Hi, this is Jimmy Stern. I'd like to congratulate Robin and Jerry for being named the IJ DJs of the Year by the USPA. They truly deserve this recognition. Oh, by the way, while I'm here, I'd like to invite you to join me every Sunday from 2 to 3 for Polka Session. The show is heard in the Buffalo area on WXRL Radio. That's 1300 on the AM dial, 95.5 on the FM dial, plus streaming live at WXRL.com.
Hey, yeah, and we got a chance to catch a little bit of Jimmy today. What a great time. Great show, but of course, you know, he's the master of everything, you know.
Absolutely.
With RFD TV. He's got, you know, just some great stuff coming about. Hey, Jerry, why don't we get a chance to mention a little bit about the Buffalo Polka Boosters, because they are going to be celebrating something real soon, and that is their 55th annual.
Yes, the 55th annual summer picnic for the Buffalo Polka Boosters will be held on Sunday, July 13th, 2025 from 2 until 7 p.m. This year, we will be entertained by the wonderful music of Seven. We're going to be at Clocks Grove at 1245 Seneca Creek Road in West Seneca, New York, 14224. Tickets for members are $35 and guests are $40. Children up to the age of 12 are free. Your ticket price includes music, food, beer, soda, and water. Food will be served from 3 to 6 p.m. Got your hamburgers, your hot dogs, Italian sausage with peppers and onions, watermelon, chef salad, and homemade macaroni salad.
Oh, yeah,
And
baby.
there's going to be beer there, too.
Yes, beer,
Okay,
of
pre-sale
course.
tickets only. Limited amount of tickets are available. No tickets will be sold after June 30th, so you got a few more days to get your tickets. No tickets will be sold at the door. There are no exceptions to that. We do have to have a solid count for Clocks Grove so that they can make sure they have enough food for everybody.
Yes. And I'm sure they do make just a little bit extra, just
Yeah,
in
but
case.
there's just no way you can have 10 people show up at the door and have enough food for them. So
Yeah, that's true.
there is also a cash bar available if you are not interested in the beer or the soda or the water that's included in your price, and drink prices were very reasonable.
Yeah.
You can give Chris Tansky a call at 716-771-1076 or call Tom Golden at 716-395-3110.
That is cool. And you know what? We should get another song up here by Seven.
Usually music is
And-
good.
Yeah, but you know what? I love that song that they do. And I know we play it a lot.
We'll play
but-
something else then.
Well, you know what? Yeah, I love the song.
If women come a dime a dozen, I ain't got a penny. Some guys are getting way too much, and some guys don't get any. But if I had a nickel for every time I've had enough, I'd still be busted and heartbroken, still be trying to fall in love. I fell in love with Linda, she didn't love me back. I went crazy over Chrissy, she went crazy over Jack. Maria down in Mexico, my Spanish Mona Lisa, tried to bring her back to Buffalo, but she did not have a visa. If women come a dime a dozen, I ain't got a penny. Some guys are getting way too much, and some guys don't get any. And if I had a nickel for every time I've had enough, I'd still be busted and heartbroken, still be trying to fall in love.
Here we're going to send a big shout out to Lynn Steen Brown, also to hubby Tom.
Bought Renee a dozen roses, all she did was make me beg. Displayed my love for Donna with a tattoo on my leg. There's a tree where me and Carla carved our names with a pocket knife. But like I love it, burned down with a lightning strike. If women come a dime a dozen, I ain't got a penny. Some guys are getting way too much, and some guys don't get any. But if I had a nickel for every time I've had enough, I'd still be busted and heartbroken, still be trying to fall in love. Why does everybody say there's lots sea. When I'm swimming after women, they're all laying up on the beach. If women come a dime a dozen, I ain't got a penny. Some guys are getting way too much, and some guys don't get any. But if I had a nickel for every time I've had enough, I'd still be busted and heartbroken, still be trying to fall in love. I'd still be busted and heartbroken and trying to fall in love.
It's time to make plans for the Summer Music Fest in Frankenmuth, Michigan. Join us August 6th through the 9th for Summer Music Fest 2025. 4 days with some of the nation's most popular polka bands, including Polka Family, Frankie Lischka and Blue Magic, polka country musicians, Lenny Gomulka and the Chicago Push, New Brass Express, Stephanie, America's Polka Sweetheart, Dennis Plisky and the Maestro's Men, John Gura and Gorali, Buffalo's Concertina All-Stars, Michael Costa and the Beat, Jimmy Weber and the Sounds, and the Dynaverse Stick Tonaires, held in the huge 28,000 square foot Harvey Kern Pavilion with the biggest dance floor around. Music, drinks, food, friends, and fun are all part of Frankenmuth, Michigan's #1 tourist attraction and one of the nation's premier polka events, the Summer Music Fest. For all the information, go to frankenmuthfestivals.com or call us at 1-800-FUN-FEST. The Summer Music Fest in Frankenmuth, Michigan, August 6th through the 9th. The Summer Music Fest is brought to you in part by Drury Hotels and Fabiano Brothers.
Hey, yes, sirree, that Summer Music Fest. If you have never been there, do yourself a favor and get out to Frankenmuth, Michigan. It's one whale of a time. That is for doggone sure. Hey, we also want to remind you guys about some additional interviews that are forthcoming. There is no interview next week for Father's Day, but the following week we are going to be entertained by Mr. Tommy Wunderlich and Felicia Dekarski out there in Arizona, and I know there's a little bit of a time change, and I think it's either 2 or 3 hours, so it'll work out pretty good. They'll be just getting up when we get a chance to talk to them. Hey, also the following week, Mr. Travis Rosinski is going to be joining us, and then I think the week after that is Mr. Rick Kordakowski. Now, when we set this up with Mr. John Mikos, it was at the USPA, the United States Polka Association convention, and unfortunately, I had forgotten that the 13th is going to be that
Buffalo Polka Booster Picnic.
Polka Booster Picnic that you just mentioned. So we're going to be bumping him and moving him around a little bit. Joey Darris, we also talked to Joey. Johnny Kravich is another one that we are so thankful that he's going to be coming on, because he is going to be inducted into the IPA Hall of Fame this year in September during Labor Day weekend. Joey Darris, Rick Rizutko is going to also be joining us here on Polkas After Dark. And kids, we just can't thank you enough.
I am going to copy Mark Comar's address and put it over in YouTube so that those people that are looking for the videos can find it as well. So this way they can watch his videos.
Good. And yeah, make sure that you copy and paste, and you can do that. Marty Merwin's here. Linda Chipjack Merwin is here. Also our good buddy and family friend, Mr. Mike Chadwick. He is Mike Chadwick. Oh gosh. Mike Chipjack. Sorry about that. I'm thinking Mike Chadwick. No.
Maybe he's thinking of you.
Maybe he's thinking of me, huh? Hey, here's a guy that we've been thinking about for a little bit. Here is a song by Chris Ebel's dad, Craig Ebel. Here's one called One More Time, or Jeszcze Raz.
When the band begins to play, we shout jeszcze raz. with us every day. It is a happy sound, here's what they say. Yes, Gerard, the people shout it out. They polka one more time, they are so feeling fine. Yes, Gerard, they have another beer. So won't you grab a girl and lend an ear? You swing and sway and dance the night away. So grab a girl and twirl her till her skirts a whirl. The music has begun, so let's have fun. Yes, Gerard, the people shout it out. They polka one more time, they are so feeling fine. Yes, Gerard, they have another beer. So won't you grab a girl and lend an ear? One more time, girl, I'll make you mine. Let's have a real good time. Let's dance around the floor and ask the band for more. We'll dance the night away, polkas are here to stay. Yes, Gerard, the people shout it out. They polka one more time, they are so feeling fine. Yes, Gerard, they have another beer. So won't you grab a girl and lend an ear? Yes, Gerard. Yes, Gerard. Yes, Gerard. The people shout it out. They polka one more time. They are so feeling fine. Yes, Gerard, they have another beer. So won't you grab a girl and lend an ear?
Yes, sirree, Mr. Craig Ebel. And the band entertaining you right here on Polkas After Dark. Alice Fischler says, good evening, all. She must either A, have just jumped in and joined us, but I think she'll be catching the interview if she missed it over there on youtube.com. So we welcome you, our lovely lady, our folks from the north up there in Canada. She's in Ontario. Let's see, who else do we want to say howdy to? I see that Rick Anton said, yeah, Robin, Paul Petruha called me and asked me what time the interview was. Yeah, I'll call him back later and say, hey, you slept through another one, did you?
Goodness.
Oh, well. Hey, Jan Pfeiffer, you said that she is on her way back from Indiana.
She is. Right now, she's probably
over to
sitting
Greece,
down to
New
have
York?
dinner.
Oh, well, good.
She's taking a break.
Good.
But she still has a way to go.
Well, when she gets back on, let's see here. Well, it's only 6:31 right now. We're done at 7 p.m., but we're going to send this song out to her anyhow. Safe travels all the way back to Greece, New York from Indiana. That's got to be a little bit of a haul.
Just a little.
Yeah. Here's one by Lenny Gomolka and Chicago Push. Here's one called Open the Window. Otwórz okienko.
Otwórz okienko, piękna panienko, do mnie uśmiechnij się. Uciesz mi serce swoją piosenką i podaj rączkę mnie. Open the window so you can hear him singing his song to you. His heart is yearning for you, his darling.
yeah. Gotta love Lenny Gomolka's Chicago Push. And don't forget, next week, Saturday, kids, we will be here, if in the Lord willing. We will be here from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Hey, if you joined us yesterday, well, we had a fun show because we did something a little bit unique. And we actually did a theme broadcast, a theme show. And, you know, a lot of people tuned us in, and they were making guesses throughout. And who won, of course, was Jennifer Belanda. Jenny Belanda guessed Tones, Tones, because we were playing a whole bunch of songs by Dynatones, the Versatones, the actual Tones themselves from Chicago. X-Tone. No, I don't think we played an X-Tone song. I think we were going to.
I think it was guessed by then, and then you could just...
Yes.
I know it was on your list.
And then we can play anything and everything. Right now, here is a Dynatone song. Here's one called Don't Get Married, Brother. Here's Chepach on the vocal.
Jasiu do Kasi muzyczka mu grała i tak ciągle koło jedno powtarzała. Żeń się, bracie, żeń się, dajże buzię się chce, a jak się oświetlisz, to się i odmienisz. Żeń się, bracie, żeń się, dajże buzię się chce, a jak się oświetlisz, to się i odmienisz. Jasiu do Kasi, bo Kasia jest jego, że on do nie chodzi, co to mu do tego? Żeń się, bracie, żeń się, dajże buzię się chce, a jak się oświetlisz, to się i odmienisz. Żeń się, bracie, żeń się, dajże buzię się chce, a jak się oświetlisz, to się i odmienisz. Śpiewały, tak wszyscy radzili, a nareszcie Jasia z Kasia ożenili. Żeń się, bracie, żeń się, dajże buzię się chce, a jak się oświetlisz, to się i odmienisz. Żeń się, bracie, żeń się, dajże buzię się chce, a jak się oświetlisz, to się i odmienisz. Ożenił się Jasiu, świat cały wykrzyka, lecz zaraz po ślubie ono dostał bzyka. Żeń się, bracie, żeń się, dajże buzię się chce, a jak się oświetlisz, to się i odmienisz. Żeń się, bracie, żeń się, dajże buzię się chce, a jak się oświetlisz, to się i odmienisz.
Hey, how about we send this one out for Chris Tansky, our Buffalo Polka Booster president, and all the members of the Buffalo Polka Boosters. Here's Jan Simon, a little bit of Oh Yeah.
Na zielone łące dziewczyna stała, a ja jej się pytam, ty buzi dała. Ona mówi nie, moje kochanie, obie mama biła, zacałowała mnie. Ona mówi nie, moje kochanie, obie mama biła, zacałowała mnie. Nie płacz dziewczynie, nie będzie tak źle. Gdy powrócę spojnie, obiem ziemi się. Nie płacz dziewczynie, nie będzie tak źle. Gdy powrócę spojnie, obiem ziemi się.
Yeah, a little bit of a little bit of Jan Simon there for everybody. Hey, how about we're going to be bringing this broadcast to a close here, Jerry, very
it's
soon.
Crazy that the
Can't
last...
believe that. Say good evening to Rick Kortakowski. Hello to you. Rick is here. Here's one by Frankie Lishka and Blue Magic. They're going to be playing next weekend in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Here's one called Cora Jean.
Cora Jean, why do you look so sad, Cora Jean? Think of the future that we'll have. Someday we'll be together. Our lives will be much better. A love that lasts forever. For me and Cora Jean, Cora Jean. Dlaczego tak smutno, Cora Jean? Pomyśl, jak będzie jutro. Wkrótce będziemy razem. Oj, życie będzie dobre. Będę cię kochać zawsze, moja śliczna Cora Jean. Cora Jean, why do you look so sad, Cora Jean? Think of the future that we'll have. Someday we'll be together. Our lives will be much better. A love that lasts forever. For me and Cora Jean, Cora Jean. Dlaczego tak smutno, Cora Jean? Pomyśl, jak będzie jutro. Wkrótce będziemy razem. Oj, życie będzie dobre. Będę cię kochać zawsze, moja śliczna Cora Jean.
Hey, good evening to Steffi Rose.
just one heart to give to you. I have just one dream to share with you. You are that one dream I pray comes true.
You know, Chris
Whatever.
Tansky says, gotta love Stosh.
Absolutely.
Ain't that the truth? Boy, do we miss that
Another
guy,
song
Stosh
recorded without leaving for the front
No,
polka.
we're not going to play another one by you, Stosh, but thanks for stopping
Next
in.
time.
And yeah, thanks for stopping in, and thanks for just hanging with us. That was very nice. You know, this is about the time where Jerry and I say, hey, we thank you ever so much for putting us on the weekend. And if you've been listening in your car.
Thanks for the ride, Jane.
Yeah, I was just going to say, just like Jane Pfeiffer listening in her car.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, safe travels. You know, you
Yes,
got just
yes, you got
a
a way to
little
go.
bit of way to go there. And we do wish you very, very well. Hey, you know, send me or Jerry a private message. Let us know when you got home. I mean, we don't care what time it is. We're up all hours of the day and night.
Or
And
we
it
wake up
is-
all the time.
Yeah, we wake up. You're watching all those stupid baby reels
Oh,
on
I love
Facebook.
them.
Oh,
I'm addicted.
is anybody else addicted to those besides Jerry?
It is so
and
hard
do
not
you
to
guys
be.
know? Do you guys know what we're even talking about?
They're the AI
Those
babies. They're so
the
cute.
AI babies. And just
They had the No Soup for You. That
Yeah, I
one
saw
was
that.
really cute.
I saw that. That
They
was
have
neat.
Bob Ross, and they have which one did I see?
Joe
today?
Rogan. They had a whole bunch of them. Yeah.
There
And
was
the
one I saw
problem is
today that I
you're
was
right.
like, really?
You're right. It gets very, very addicting.
The Frankenstein was good.
Yeah, that was also fun. Yeah. Hey, we are going to be bidding you a fond farewell. Enjoy your week, everybody. It's going to be a good one, a nice one. I think maybe we'll get a little bit of rain, but other than that, that should be fine
You
too.
need a little rain to let the grass grow.
Yeah, well, I don't want the
Yeah.
grass to grow. Hey, but thanks for our son Eric for coming over and doing a lot of work for us.
Yes.
Spraying a lot of the nasty weeds out there with that RM43. I don't know if
Yeah.
I can advertise that or not. I probably can't, so I won't.
It's a good
advertise
stuff.
that.
We got the good stuff.
So real good stuff. You know who turned us on to that was Wayne
It was
Hansley.
Wayne.
Yeah, he says, "Hey, you guys need to try this. This will kill bamboo."
Yeah.
And it does.
It's nice because we clear out the area that, neither one of us can physically go in and
manipulate
weed.
anymore. Yeah. Hey, and then I had to order. Well, let's see. We got the riding lawnmower blade. We had that replaced today, but noticed that there's some issues with the steering, so
We'll
I
get
had
that
to order some more things. So those will be in, I think they said, by the 17th.
Awesome.
So guess who's coming over to put those in? Our buddy Eric. Hey folks, once again, we thank you ever so much for hanging out with us on the weekend. Hey, we love you guys. Make sure that you tune us in next week, Saturday. Chris Curtis, thanks, buddy. You are always here for us, and we're here for you. We love you, buddy.
Poszedł diabeł na zabawę, wytańcował starą babę. Dziwią się wszyscy święci, jak ten diabeł babą kręci. Diabeł skoka ręką kiwa, wylał całą beczkę piwa. Muzykanci powiedzieli, jego piero nie zniszczyli. Z góry hec wysoka, skoczył diabeł do potoka, do takiego głębokiego, co nie wyjdzie nigdy z niego.
Hey, we thank you ever so much, Arlene Pavlak Gavroinski, a.k.a. Mom number 2, your second mom. She was here, Jer. Also, Donna Zielinski, thanks ever so much. And Chris Tansky, we'll talk to you sometime this week.